What's up, everybody? Welcome to Win Joe's Money. We've got 2 weeks in a row now. We are on to week 3, and let me tell you guys about Sharp Hunter. It shows you where the actual sharp money is going, and it aggregates the best picks from sharp bettors, and it gives you access to winning insights and trends. Doesn't mean every bet with a sharp score always wins, but I love knowing who the informed gamblers are and what they're betting on, even if I want to bet against them. And I love using the sharphunter.app. It's real easy, sharphunter.app. They analyze the sharp betting market in real time and generate sharp scores for the most compelling bets. Definitely check out their free day, 7-day trial. And it's time for Win Joe's Money. I'm using Sharp Hunter, and I'm putting $250 on the line. If I lose, my opponent gets $250. But if I win, my opponent must praise me, give me my flowers on social media. And of course, who is my next opponent? Some people may be familiar with him. He is one half of the bankroll, boys. His name is Dan Lifshatz. He's on the Over Under podcast, on the Over Under show on 98.5 The Sports Hub. He's my opponent this week. To win Joe's money, you get to win some money against me finally, Dan.
I'd love that, Joe. I'd love that. I'd like to get some money back from you over the years. We've been head to head a lot, so now it would be nice for a financial incentive, if you know what I mean.
Nice little challenge here. So overall, the picks that the guests and I have had were 8-4, and okay. You know, if you follow all our picks, you've done pretty well, which means I would call us all sharp. Sure, why not?
Okay.
So it's just you pick 3, I pick 3. We got to throw the vig in there because if we're even at the end, we got to find out who it is. So, Dan, why don't you start us off this week? 3 picks. Who's your first?
Okay. I will start off with a team that I think we probably both like, but unfortunately, I'm going to bet them. It's the Carolina Panthers, and I'm going to take them +4, -110, Joe. I do not believe in Caleb Williams. I do not believe in this Bears team. I believe they were in a phenomenal spot last week against the LA Rams, coming off that Niners game where they miraculously won that one and covered for a lot of bettors. But I'm going to say that they fade a little bit down the stretch this week. I know Caleb Williams had a fantastic week against the Blitz last week, but a little bit of a different defense they'll be facing this week. And I don't think that Andy Dalton is going to take too kindly to scoring just 20 points. So I think the Carolina Panthers could put up a 30 spot on the Chicago Bears, and a lot of angry wide receivers in that Bears defense, a lot of turmoil in that Bears locker room. Give me the fighting Andy Daltons +4 this week, -110.
They've been scoring. I will say that at least between the two of them. So mine's a Thursday night football game. The Falcons are at home. They're favored. They didn't cover last week. But the Bucs won, and now they're on the road this week as underdogs. Generally, Dan, in divisional games, I like the underdog. I always take them. I'm going to take the Bucs this week. I think they're a better team. I think their defense, personally, is just with that Todd Bowles defense. I think they're very good. And this is a Joe Murray special for you. But if you follow over the years, Atlanta wins the game and then loses the game. I'm riding the trend again. So give me the Bucs +2.5. And you know what? Let's screw that. Give me the money line +115. If we're going by big, I'm going outright +115 Bucs.
Okay. If we're going to do that, Joe Murray, then I think that I have to make it a little bit more fun. It's no fun unless we have a head-to-head. Give me the Falcons money line. I'll take -135 against you. Why not? I think the Falcons.
That's a side bet. Side bet on that one. Side bet.
Give me the Falcons money line tonight as my second bet, Joe.
Okay. That's going to be your second bet. All right, then. Here we go.
Yeah, that's my second bet. It's more fun when you have a head-to-head, at least. Now we have some real scratch in the game tonight, right? I'll take the Falcons. I think that they've been playing at a pretty good clip. I think probably should have beat the Saints by, I don't know, probably a tutty last week. Had some bad things, had some penalties that didn't go their way until the final one eventually did. But I think they've been playing pretty well. Again, they're probably, a couple inches away from being 3-1 against the Saints. And while they did really struggle week 1 against the Steelers, Kirk Cousins just didn't look right in that game. Since then, I think they've been pretty phenomenal. And Cousins has looked better and better each week. Well, the Bucs played really well against the Eagles. It was the Eagles. They were heavily shorthanded, and they did just get blown out against the Broncos the week before. I'd like to see them go on the road for the second time this year and beat the Falcons outright. I don't think they can do it. Just give me the Falcons money line minus 135 against the Fighting Joe Murray and the Tampa Bay Bucks.
All right, my second pick. It's not popular by any means. Baltimore, we saw with Derrick Henry and what they did this past week. They're 2.5-point favorites on the road in a divisional game against Cincinnati, who got their first win last week. Cincinnati is one of the worst rush defenses in the league. Why would I back them this week? Well, I am divisional underdog. Give me the Bengals plus 2.5 minus 110. I know I'm crazy, but I like money.
Okay. My third pick, I had it difficult because I had 3 picks I really liked, but I just wanted to go against you in one of them. But in my third pick, I'll go with the Pittsburgh Steelers minus 2.5. There's another pick I really like there too, but I'll go with the Pittsburgh Steelers minus 2.5, minus 110. This is a team that, simply put, in my mind, is better than the team they're facing, and they're getting them at home in a good situation. Pittsburgh still played well in their loss last week, even though they did lose. Still put up 24 points in the loss. Defensively, I thought they had some things go a little bit, unfairly for them. And of course, when you face Joe Flacco and you prep for a guy like Anthony Richardson, it changes your game plan quite a bit. The Dallas Cowboys, they beat the Giants, 20-15 on the Thursday night game, but just haven't looked good. Just haven't looked very good this season. I feel they beat the 2 mediocre teams in their schedule, and they've lost to the 2 decent teams. I think, me personally, the Steelers will be able to move the ball pretty easily against them, and I also like the Steelers' defense to eat against that offensive line. I don't know what Dallas's defense is going to look like with all the injuries, wildly banged up, and they're on the road again in Pittsburgh this week. Give me the Fighting Justin Fields and the Pittsburgh Steelers minus 2.5 as my third pick.
Last one for me. Last game of the week. It's the Chiefs in action against the Saints. Now, we know about Patrick Mahomes and domes. It's hard to fade them, right? The number 5, whenever a favorite in a 5, I'm out. Saints have been scoring this year. Mahomes does have a turnover in every single game. Because it's 5, and because I feel like the Saints have a really good offensive coordinator and covered last week, by the way, I'm going plus 5 Saints. Chiefs win. Saints cover. Same old story when it comes to the Chiefs.
All right.
So there we go, Dan. Our 3 picks, courtesy of Sharp Hunter. They got a free 7-day trial right now. They analyze the sharp betting market in real time and generate sharp scores for the most compelling bets. Be sure to sign up for their 7-day trial at sharphunter.app. He's Dan Lifshatz, everyone. He's from 98.5 The Sports Hub. Dan, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at Dan Lifshatz. You can also listen to the Over Under podcast with our good friend Joe Murray here. And of course, you can find us on the Over Under Opener on Twitter with my boy CT Betts. And of course, Saturday mornings on 98.5 The Sports Hub, Kendra Middleton. And of course, CT Betts will join us at 7:40. Kendra Middleton will be giving me crap nonstop for 2 hours. Great listen.
About Dan's glasses, too.
Of course, yes.
But you can tell her.
Kind of talk about the blue light glasses.
You can tell her she left her glasses, and I put them away for her and made them safe.
Oh, someone's a nice guy. It's a nice guy. I would have taken them home and held them hostage. You're a nice guy.
6 more picks, courtesy of Sharp Hunter. Go check him out, sharphunter.app. He's Dan Lifshatz. I'm Joe Murray. It's another week of Win Joe's Money, and we'll be back next week. Thank you, Dan Lifshatz.